Our school is called Pao School. Now that may not be a name that you've heard of before, particularly if you come from outside mainland China or Hong Kong. But it's named after Sir Y.K. Pao, who was a quite remarkable entrepreneur and philanthropist. He started his own shipping line and became the largest shipping magnate in the world. In fact, at one stage, he had more tonnage than the entire Russian state. But then towards the end of his life, he became a very generous philanthropist. And so the school was then started in his memory.
I think that what strikes me most about the school is the sense of ambition in the school. It's a school that's on a journey. It's a school that knows it hasn't yet arrived, but it's a school that has a very clear direction of travel. It wants to be a world-class school in the widest sense of that term, and that's an exciting place to be.
When you choose a school to work at, inevitably you look at location, and that's very important. You look at compensation and salary, and of course that's important. You look at facilities of the school, but ultimately, what decides whether you'll really enjoy working somewhere is the people. And that means, what are the students like? What are the teachers? What are the colleagues like? And what's the leadership like? What's the culture of the school?
我对包校的学生、包校的社区的第一印象，那就是多元和包容。
Well, my first impression was that it was a bigger school than I expected. I think the takeaway was how the students and the faculty were really warm and really welcoming. People came up to us and would invite us to go places. I have always thought in China students were very focused on academics and focused on texts. And when I came here week after week, month after month, I learned how students are very outgoing, very funny, very creative, and really wanting to understand their teachers and connect with their teachers on a personal level.
They're very diligent, they're very hardworking, they're very driven, they know where they want to be and what they want to achieve, and in many ways how to get there. They're very keen to be involved in class and to talk with their teachers. They really respect their teachers and understand how much work and time their teachers put into preparing lessons and supporting them.
Apart from the people, that is the students and the teachers, the other thing is the culture in the school. And you can go to some very high-performing schools where effectively staff are exhausted. Or you can go to a high-performing school where staff are energized and enthused. And the difference is huge.
When I was working in America, I taught a lot of hours and was really in a position where I was taking a lot of work home with me in the evening. Working here in China, specifically at YK Pao, I find that I'm really able to fulfill my role and responsibility during the academic day. It is a boarding school, so I have night responsibilities, but I do not find myself grading and planning a time of the night. And that's one of the biggest changes. I love that I can develop my craft at YK Pao School.
We really value our teachers and we really encourage them to continue to grow as professionals, which is why the Professional Learning Center was created. We provide support through a variety of things. For example, individual basis of observations and feedback. We offer different training courses and workshops. We also do action research. So we really allow teachers to choose what they want to focus on and support them to pursue that. We really try to offer a wide range of people facilitating different professional learning sessions. So sometimes it might be teachers who are very passionate or experts in a particular area that they want to share with others. We also bring in external people based on our identified needs. So we will often have PD days that people from outside of our organization come in and run a session.
Ultimately, the school does want to become a world-class school. We were fortunate in the last 2 of the last 3 years. We've been voted as the top international school in China, and that is a great accolade. But we don't want to stop there. We don't want to be just an outstanding school in China. We want to be one of the world's outstanding schools.
We were probably a little bit concerned that there wouldn't be that work-life balance because you'd be constantly at work. The students would be in school all the time. And since we've been working here, that balance really hasn't been a problem. You go to your apartment, you shut the door, and you sort of feel like you're at home. You don't feel like you're living on a school campus.
Kids and staff alike very much respect your personal and spatial boundaries. So if you want people in your space, that's fine. But also people understand that if your door's closed and you want some family quiet time, then that's okay too.
The great thing about here is that boarding is only 5 days a week for the vast majority of our students. So students leave at 3:30 on a Friday, and then for the almost all staff, the weekends are free.
I live on campus. It was initially quite a difficult decision because I thought I had certain ideas of what living on campus would be like. The reality is very different. It's very sociable, and actually I think it makes life quite a lot easier because the school take care of a lot of things for us, and we avoid the rain, the bad weather, and there's no commute.
We love living on campus with a family. It's great because there's other kids that live on campus that our kids can just go play with. Literally, they just walk down the hall and play with some friends. Campus is so safe, it's guarded, it's got gates. We can literally just have them run around campus.
What I want here is a culture where teachers are encouraged to be innovative, to be creative, to take risks, where teachers know that they're trusted as professionals, so they don't need to be checked up on all the time, but where they're sharing best practice, and where above all else, where teaching, outstanding teaching, is really wanted, not just by students, but by the management and the leadership of the school as well.